the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you can be here. Hey, listen, I got to apologize because this is not called Throwback Fridays. It's called Throwback Thursdays. And here I am on Friday doing this video. But hey, I got to tell you, what happened, my buddy Vinny, one of the main influences behind this channel, stopped by yesterday. And I thought it'd be pretty cool, man. He's a huge Jehst fan. Has been talking about Jehst back when we were teenagers. So I thought it'd be cool for him to sit down and do this track with me. He hadn't heard this song, so he was excited for it. And so what I did was I set up because I'm having so much trouble with my PC, I set up my Mac using the webcam on that. And long story short, the OBS program saved the file in a way that I can't access. So this won't be my first time hearing this track. However, when we did the reaction, we're listening to it without headphones on. It was actually through the speakers of the laptop. So I didn't really get the true sense of the song. I was having a hard time catching a lot of the lyrics. So although this isn't my first one, this is my first time hearing this. This will be my first time hearing it, being able to concentrate on it. So it's going to be a little bit different than probably what you're used to. It may not be. I may catch shit on here that I didn't hear last night, and it'll get the same reaction out of me. Again, I apologize if you don't want to watch the video. I understand. But yeah, man, I promised this track, so I am going to give it the attention it deserves. And hopefully you cats stick around for it. So let's go. Throwback Friday. Hopefully the last Throwback Friday we have to do.
Jehst, Kyza, Klashnekoff.
Yeah, so this is, as you guys would know, this will be my second Kalash track. Kyza, I haven't heard anything from him yet. And big shout out to Jake, who let me know. He's always looking out for me. He let me know that Kyza goes first, then Jehst, then Kalash, because I have when I haven't heard an MC very often, it's hard for me to pick up. But once I hear them 2 or 3 times, I know them no problem. So big shout outs to Jake for giving me the heads up. So yeah, man, right off the top, I get to hear this cool beat. If I'm not mistaken, for whatever reason why that melody at the beginning reminds me of like Law and Order or something. It could be from that. I don't know, but it has the same melody to me, the same sound. This beat is freaking sick too. Yeah, man, let's just keep going.
Nighttime, Nightbreed, night survival. Keep your head low. On the front line trenches. Come on.
Nighttime vultures, hidden in the dark of the shadows. Eyes red, night vision sharper than arrows. Tools in my hand cause I'm paro. Crying cause I see many man get hanged from the gallows. Out there, man will teeth the wheels off your barrel. Deep things.
Yeah, man, I gotta tell you, already I'm catching shit on this I didn't hear last night. Maybe part of that was a speaker. Part of that too was the fact that I had a co-host that I was trying to not step on their toes, try to get their interpretation, try to get them involved. So I really wasn't 100% into this. Man, friggin' Kyza is sick. I'm digging this cat. Man, I like this dude's voice. I can't remember who it was, but in the when I put the poll up, someone commented, man, like they're excited that I'm finally getting a chance to hear Kyza. It's the best member of Terra Firma. So yeah, man, I can see this dude is sick.
Nighttime vultures, hidden in the dark of the shadows. Eyes red, night vision sharper than arrows. Tools in my hand cause I'm paro. Crying cause I see many man get hanged from the gallows. Out there, man will teeth the wheels off your barrel. Deep things happen when people think shallow. Jailbirds trapped in a cell doing a sparrow. Raggo, enough to put a spark in your marrow. Street thief dipping a...
Man, his friggin' wordplay is insane, and I love the the rhyme sequencing that he's doing. This whole verse has all been using the same rhyme scheme. So friggin' sweet, and the visuals too, man. I'm digging this cat for sure.
Doing a sparrow, Drago, enough to put a spark in your marrow. Street thieves dipping a wallet, fit take a man's dough. Plan so nippy you won't see where the hands go. Man toast, liquor and drink it over man's goals. Jangros, perching right on top of the lamppost. Tramps hold paper bags with a tenants. Drunk brothers stumbling home, totally redders. Foreign beggars, seek change, heavily preggers.
So, this track was done in 2002, and I don't know enough about Foreign Beggars. I've done one track, I believe. Is that comment, or is that bar about Foreign Beggars? Is that did that come before Foreign Beggars, or is that kind of a shout out or a shot at Foreign Beggars? I'm not 100% sure, but maybe I thought is that this could have been the song that. You had these two cats or in the group that thought, they heard that Foreign Beggars and thought, oh shit, man, that'd be a great friggin' name for a group. Not too sure. I know you cats will always let me know in the comments. And now what Kyza's done here is he's gone from the one rhyme scheme to the next rhyme scheme and using that, using the same, rhyming with the same last syllables.
Angros, perching right on top of the lamppost. Tramps hold paper bags with a tenants. Drunk brothers stumbling home, totally redders. Foreign beggars, seek change, heavily preggers. Fellas getting wet out for the Averex levers. As I roam in the street, my arms and my shoulders are weak, and pain flows through the soles of my feet. And a place called home isn't sweet. Coppers watch you like drums on the beat, with cold stairs full of frozen in the seat. I wonder what they hope to achieve by grabbing me up by my coat on my sleeve. People chat my name, quoting my speech. My mind flows slow when I dream, and I can hear myself moan in my sleep. Cold followers, showing no tolerance for foreigners. They lost in their lives and sick pride of the swastika. Hard cases, racist scar faces, filled with dark hatred, looking for arms blatant. Off my spars blaze, my margins off.
Oh shit! Kind of switched up the flow there. This is something that I've heard a few times, and it seems to come from the earlier UK hip hop, not so much early, because I haven't got too far into that, but a lot of this stuff like late 90s, early 2000s stuff, the topic of immigration comes up quite often. So I'm guessing that there is a lot of anti-immigration thought that goes or beliefs that go deep in the UK. You guys can let me know about that. But yeah, man, it seems to be that ongoing topic. And the fact that, that it comes up, I've heard Chester P talk about it. Even in the track Ain't Amused by Split Profits, they talk about immigration. So yeah, man, I know I can do some research on my own, and I will, because that kind of stuff intrigues me. History, I really do enjoy history, so I'm going to look into that myself. But it really does, to me, seem like there's a deep vein or a deep root of anti-immigration that lives in the UK. I'm guessing it still does, because things like that don't tend to go away.
Faces filled with dark hatred, looking for arms blatant. Off my spars blade, my margins off saying my father's last name was bastard past blame. To ease my heart's pain, I chant.
I'm going to bring that back. I did not quite get that.
Scar faces filled with dark hatred, looking for arms blatant. Off my spars blade, my margins off saying my father's last name was bastard past blame. To ease my heart's pain, I chant and start praying. Calm the fast flame, the martyr last days.
I'm not 100% sure if I caught that, but it's like my dad's last name was Bastard. I think he said that. I'm not 100% sure if I caught that right. But I did think about talking about passing blame. And we've talked about that many times on this channel, man, about the people not taking responsibility for their own shit and putting blame it on everybody else. This guy's sick, man. Yet another cat that I've heard nothing about. And then all of a sudden it's like, I got to hear more of this dude, man. I got to get more Kyza for sure. 100%. Kyza's sick.
heart's playing, I chant and start praying. Calm the fast slave, the martyr last days.
Pool of deep black sirens penetrate the silence, blinding light shining, dilate the iris. Driver shot hybrids and clock mileage, deep in the dawn light, heavy on the eyelids. Bevy by my side, I write this. Pennies on my mind, I might.
Okay, so this must have been something maybe they talked about at the beginning when they were doing this track, because Jehst is coming off here with the same kind of word rhyme pattern and rhyme scheme where he's carrying it through multiple bars. Yeah, man.
In a dead pool of deep black sirens penetrate the silence, blinding light shining, dilate the iris. Driver shot hybrids and clock mileage, deep in the dawn light, heavy on the eyelids. Bevy by my side, I write this. Pennies on my mind, I might switch. High like I'm probably psychic, twisting up quality tie stick. Eye towel visions of the dominant mind trick. Eyes on the hourglass, watching the time slip. Poverty strikes quick, the night tick. Got everyone in the tight grip, a clenched fist. Defenseless tense kids turn henchmen to death wish. Bleaching.
Fuck, that was a friggin' awesome bar, man. Just friggin' like you got this Jehst. It's Jehst being Jehst, man. It's this cat doing what he does best. If I'm not mistaken, he talked about something about the Nike tick, and then moved it on to like basically talking about I can't remember exactly the terms that he used, but talking about like I think he said nightstick or whatever it was. Anyway, I wonder if that's what he's kind of making mention of the fact, like the cats will get like murdered for their shoes, or I'm thinking that could be what it is, like murder for a shoes, or perhaps maybe the fact that we like worship brands like Nike or whatever. We put them brands like Nike and stuff like that above human life. Put it, we worship at the altar of Nike, so to speak. But I want to bring it back, man. I want to catch this thing because he has really nice flow on this, like he always does. But I want to bring it back. Make sure I catch that.
I write this. Pennies on my mind, I might switch. High like I'm probably psychic, twisting up quality tie stick. Eye towel visions of the dominant mind trick. Eyes on the hourglass, watching the time slip. Poverty strikes quick, the night tick. Got everyone in the tight grip, a clenched.
I didn't catch that the first time. Poverty strikes quick, and then he talks about Nike. So I'm wondering the fact that people will kind of worship me at the altar of capitalism instead, rather than the worship at the altar of Nike. It's the fact that people will go poor trying, to get their gear and shit, spending money buying shit that you don't need, spending money you don't have to take from Fight Club, spending money you don't have on shit that you don't need. So I wonder if that's what he's getting at.
Time slip, poverty strikes quick, the night tick. Got everyone in the tight grip, a clenched fist. Defenseless tense kids turn henchmen to death wish. Bleaching. When my friends exit my bed set, I bill a next split. Mute News 24 to escape the madness and wake up traveling on snakes and ladders, grappling with knaves and blaggers, bandits.
Man, I love that idea about. I guess News 24 is like must be like a channel over there. I don't think we have it here, but I like the idea of like muting the news to like escape the madness, because I tell that to my parents all the time, because right now it's all about coronavirus, right? Every time I see my mom, she wants to talk about the coronavirus. Every time I call my mom, she wants to talk about, oh, do you see the numbers today? And I always tell them, man, like that shit is I've worked in the business, man, for a very long time before I left, and we had a saying: if it bleeds, it leads, man. Fear is a powerful thing, and fear is used all the time by the media to keep people scared, and often people are unable to get the correct information, or unable to, even if the correct information is there, it's so difficult to absorb because they're so afraid about the friggin' headline. And these days, how many people actually read beyond the headline? Very, very few. It's friggin' all clickbait. and often the headline doesn't even match the story. So I love that, man. I can't even tell you the last time I watched news. Years, man. It's been years since I put on a newscast and watched that shit. So yeah.
Exit my bed, set up in the next split. Mute news 24 to escape the madness and wake up traveling on snakes and ladders, grappling with knaves and blaggers, bandits with blades and daggers.
So I wanted to comment on that too, about traveling with snakes and ladders. Is that kind of like the up and down of life? It's like a roll of the dice. You wake up every day, it's like a roll of dice. Either you're going to be an up day or a down day. Obviously, the up day is a ladder, down day is a snake. I wonder if that's what he's getting at. If it is, what a freaking great analogy, and no surprise coming from Jehst, but.
Snakes and ladders, grappling with knaves and blaggers, bandits with blades and daggers, taggers, jack the lads getting blazed and bladdered, same as standard, vagrants with organ damage, worn and ragged, their clothes all torn and tattered. It's the war zone, reporters are causing panic, phone taps crackle with distortion to static.
What did I say, man? There's the reporters are causing panic.
It's the war zone, reporters are causing panic, phone taps crackle with distortion to static, white collar hackers up tapping on laptops, good cops, bad cops, bankrupt, gang cops, smashing the padlocks on his stash box, contraband cash crops, and crooks that cook crack rocks, drunks gather in the back of kebab shops that shop beer, knock off brand names. Who's gonna tell the truth to the youth?
Okay, before Kailash gets going here, I don't know why this popped in my head, but to me this is almost like that track we did, was it last week perhaps? The Greatest Story Never Told or whatever it was, where it was all about, no, it was Tears on My Pillowcase, my apologies, where it was Pharma and Chester talking about life on the streets and what it's like to live in London and be poor and all, or whatever city it is, I apologize, but being poor and living in the ghetto or the gutter, trying to dig your way out kind of idea. And this is almost like a different version of that story where they're all talking about what people go through by living in these conditions, all the way from going broke to try to buy gear to make sure you look cool for everyone, and getting your ass kicked, hearing the crackle on your phone because you know people have the cops have tapped you, beating down your door. Yeah, man. I don't know. This just popped in my head. So, again, so many UK cats. So many of them are so socially conscious of their lyrics, and shining the spotlight on the issues that continue to haunt the country. Another great job, man. Just did a tremendous job. Both of these cats so far killed it. Let's jump on the Kailash first.
The back of kebab shops that shop beer, knock off brand names. Who's gonna tell the truth to the youths? Will it be you? Will it be me, or will you leave it to the school to instill twisted rules? Maybe you're confused, perspective and views, but all I see is bare youths killing youths for the love of the loot. It's like Beirut, meaning Berettas and vendettas, part-time dappers. I'm
gonna bring this shit back, man. It's right off the friggin' top. He said, what, in 10 seconds he's packed an entire video that we can talk about into 10 seconds of his friggin' verse. Unbelievable, man. Talking about education, talking about mini Berettas or vendettas, like, oh my goodness.
Will it be me, or will you leave it to the school to instill twisted rules? Maybe you're confused, perspective and views, but all I see is bare youths killing youths for the love of the loot. It's like Beirut, meaning Berettas and vendettas, part-time dappers, iron apple slappers trying to catch us but can't trap us. Little schemers, attracted to cash and chaps with chaparitas, sending chaps to come and cap you in your beamers. Friends turn demons, trapped behind bars for 12 seasons, while his baby mother cries freedom, dreaming of the day that she can flee from the region and begin again like Eden. Escape Babylon and leave behind the demons. Dodgy dealings, crack fanatics fiending, feds screwing, they're brewing, can't keep tabs on what I'm doing. Take 10 taxi cabs just to keep them off track. Lone wolf on my jacks, roam road like a ridgeback. Shabby chap, I walk Aggie with a hunchback, feeling insecure with my thoughts impure. The city's sick like disease and it can't be cured. Top dogs say the word and have you.
What a friggin' bar.
Like a ridgeback, shabby chap, I wore Aggie with a hunchback. Feeling insecure with my thoughts impure. The city's sick like disease and it can't be cured. Top dogs say the word and have you killed from abroad. I bring fire for your fassies and batty man barrel remorse. No remorse, no.
I picked up on that one last night. That little bar right there. And again, it's like that other one I heard last week where I don't know where I've heard it, but I know I've heard it, man. And something tells me Dyke has something to do with it. But that one little thing that Kalash says there, man. You guys will probably know where that sample, and the sample may have been used a lot of places, but something tells me that I've heard that somewhat recently anyway.
Word and have you killed from abroad. I bring fire for your fassies and batty man barrel remorse. No remorse, no bend back, I ride rhythm like horse. Yeah. Strike, I attack your source like the force. Many say I'm too coarse, but of course life's harsh. Yeah. Living in a manner with mans with no regards and no regrets. Yeah. Top shutters and skets. As times advance past, I slowly regress. Exhale stress to get things off my chest. Put my heart into the rhymes for the heads. Enough said, yeah. Enough dead, enough bled, enough fled. Yeah. The few that remain, their brain stained with the bloodshed. I play the edge and stay nippy like beds and blaze Ziggy on the regs. Knowing to myself that it's keeping me suppressed. So suppressed. Plus, my dad blazed till his lungs were deprived of breath. Yo, I walk the same path following his footsteps. Trapped in the quest for the physical flesh. I digest food for thought from the biblical text. Because all judge are blessed, make no pussy test. Klashnekoff Kyza and Jehst.
There's so many times I wanted to stop it during that verse, man, but I just let that dude ride. My friggin' Lord. I know I said it the very first Throwback Thursday we did, but I can see why so many artists use Klashnekoff as like they say that he's the reason why they started rapping, man. I can see why. Just an absolute murderer on this verse. One of the things I really love about UK hip hop is like this tight knit community that it seems to be. So many, when you get a track like this and you have three guys that can flat out murder a track, they get together. Like the firepower of this one song is remarkable, and I don't see that so much over here. Occasionally you'll get a collab track, but it just seems like it's much more embraced in the UK. Maybe because it's a smaller country, it's much more of a tighter knit group. But yeah, man, to see these three guys do what they did on this track, it's completely impossible to say one of them, in my mind anyway, impossible for me to actually sit here and say, Kalash had the best verse or Jehst had the best. You can't, in my mind, you can't do it. Each of these guys, man, equal on this track as far as I'm concerned. All three of them did just an absolutely tremendous job. So I'm actually quite surprised that this song actually lost in one of the polls. This shows you how good UK hip hop is, man. I want to thank everyone for coming by, and hopefully you stuck around. Hopefully, and if you did, I appreciate you understanding what happened with the filming yesterday. I won't make this a. Usually in that kind of situation, I would just move on to a different video. But understandably, this track is important. So being a Throwback Thursday and it was voted on and all that kind of stuff, I wanted to at least do the video. And I heard some shit that I didn't catch the first time. It was like, with the headphones on, it was like a whole other track, man. Seriously, I was hearing all kinds of weird noises when I was doing it through the speaker. I kept turning around thinking that my cat was behind me or something. It was just weird. This is a weird sound. So much better with the headphones on. Caught so much great wordplay. Doing the cadence thing, the word, or not the cadence, but the rhyme flow that they use, just absolutely perfect. But thanks again for coming by. So until next time, maybe tomorrow. I'm on holidays now, so I'm good now until after Christmas. So I might sneak some reactions in when I usually don't. But so keep an eye out. And until then, stay safe and be good to each other.